Early Childhood Facilitator at Webster Parish School Board, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to go on and register your pre-K child on online registration. So you have your information in, and then you'll click Start to create your account.
It'll send you a validation code.
Okay, a validation code, so I go into my email to get the validation code. So it says, please check your email or your cell phone. A validation code has been sent to your email or your cell phone depending on your input on the prior screen. Once you receive the code, enter it in the text box below. Zero, 6, 9, 0, 6, 9, 7, 0, 4. And then press continue.
That's right. Just WPSB. Lowercase or uppercase, whatever.
And then you'll confirm your password.
Make sure you remember your login and password.
You must remember your login and password. You'll answer questions. Okay. And then you're going to submit. And you get to this site where it says Webster Early Childhood Community Network Coordinated Enrollment 2020 Online Application. Begin the application by clicking on the Students button on the left. Move through each section by clicking Save and Continue at the bottom of the screen. Be sure to read the directions on each screen so you can follow step by step. So on the left, I see Students. I click. And this is where you will enter your student. So there's currently not any students. You're going to add student application in the green box and click. It says enter the student's legal name exactly as it appears on the birth certificate or legal document. Enter the last name, the first name, and the middle name. If it applies, enter the student's suffix, such as junior, second, third, etc. Verify the date of birth and social security number are entered correctly prior to proceeding. Select the student's gender and primary ethnicity. Enter any secondary ethnicity if applicable. For the grade, you will choose pre-K for Webster Parish pre-K programs.
Because Head Start programs are closed.
Okay, because currently Head Start and Early Learning Centers are closed on this site. They have separate Google Forms to register now. So I start with student first name. You not have to complete that field if you would not like to complete that. Pre-K, this is where you need to look for the grade, okay? We are the pre-K program, so make sure that you do click on pre-K. And then you're to the green box, save and continue. Okay, you're in the Student Information tab under Relationships. This is where you enter parent and guardian information, and remember how important it is to have phone numbers, contact information. So make sure you check each box. Here is the mother's name. So over here in Relationships, I would choose mother. Okay, does the child reside with the mother? You would check the box. Is this a good emergency contact? You could check this box. I see red asterisks, so those are required. The next few are not required. However, if they apply, you can check them. And this is can pick up from school. Then you would add another parent or guardian.
James does.
Okay, now we're to parent and guardian information, physical address. Physical address where your house is located, complete for your residence. System suggests an address. Consider it carefully. If it agrees with your address, please use the suggested address rather than the one that you entered.
1442 Shepherd, 1442 Shepherd Street.
Okay, I put this one for the kid though. Oh. Okay, and then you're to the mailing address. It says if your mail is delivered to your residence, you can choose same as physical below. If you have a post office box, use the format P.O. Box in the street name field. So my mailing address is the same as my physical, so I will check this box. And make sure you press Save and Continue. Click on Save and Continue. And you come to the screen under Parent and Guardian Information. It says Phone. If you do not have a home phone, leave the field blank. Cell phone is required. Be sure to enter the number into the cell phone field. This will ensure that you receive text messages from the school and our teachers. Remember to include the area code. Please list all contact numbers available. Okay, do not have a home phone, so I'm going to skip to the cell phone field. Okay, and then if you have a work phone, remember with our little ones, we need multiple phone numbers in order to reach you. Save and continue. Okay, now you're on the relationship tab of the student information, and it says right below it, it says click the drop down arrow to select the person's relationship to the student, mother, father, guardian. Check all options that apply. Okay, so I see the red asterisk here, so I got to make sure that I have put something in that field. So James Doe is the father. Yes, the child resides with the father. This is an emergency contact. This is a primary guardian, and they can pick up. And then also, this is the mother. The child resides with the mother. Emergency contact. You can click primary guardian and can pick up from school. You may add another parent or guardian here. This is where you might choose to put a grandparent or an emergency contact, so you can add an additional, but make sure that you do click Save and Continue. Okay, you're now to the Language tab of Student Information. Please tell us if this child was born in the United States. If not, when did the child enter the United States? The language is defaulted to English. If this is different, enter the primary language used by the student in the first field below. Enter the home language used by the household in the second field below. Okay, U.S. born, this is a required section. It is defaulted to no, so make sure you pay attention to that and click on the yes if it's U.S. born. Okay, then you, if you born in the U.S., you don't have an entry date. If your answer is no, then you would enter an entry date. Primary language spoken in the home. Choose your answer. And then if you have a native language that you would like to add, that's an optional. Make sure you see the green button at the bottom, Save and Continue. Okay, you are now to the student's physical address information. Okay, it says the physical address is the address where you live. Click the drop down arrow below on Same as Parent or Guardian to choose the parent or guardian with whom the student resides. So here's physical address. This field is already filled out. However, you need to select it. So click the drop down. It's the same address as the mother, Jessica Doe, and then you see that it populates that field for you. Double check, make sure every line is complete, and don't forget to push Save and Continue. In the Attendance Zone tab, you will go down here to the Request School First Choice. Red asterisk means it's required. Drop down, and there are your school choices for the Webster Pre-K program. So you will choose the school that's in your attendance zone. And you would click the Save and Continue button, and it will take you to your mailing address. This is the mailing address for the student. So if it is different than the physical address, you would enter it here. If it is the same, you would check the box, see that it populates the fields, and click Save and Continue. Now, when you come to the student information screen where it says Add Student Application, you can see that your child's name is located here. Application status is saying pending. The school year is going to be listed here. And then it has the green check marks stating that you entered a relationship, the language, the physical address, the mailing address, and then you have an X under documents. So that is telling you that you have not completed and what screen to go to next. So I'm going to go over to the left side. I have done the student tab. I'm going to move down to the next tab that says household. This is very important that you do not skip this step. Okay, step 1 in the drop down says please complete numbers 1, 2, and 3 in the household section. In the boxes below, enter. First box, the total number of persons residing in your household. In the second box, the total number of all adults residing in your household. And the third box would be the total number of all children ages 0 to 18 residing in your household. So in this box, this field, I will put total in household. Okay, it takes you back to step 2. And it says, based on the total number of children entered in step 1, use the table below to enter the names and date of birth of any children not appearing in the list. Okay, here is my child. Since there was one child entered, I know that this part is complete. If not,
additional kids.
You can add the additional kids here. It'll pop up for you to enter the information. Complete the form, save and continue, move on to step 4. Save and continue. Okay, I do not have any additional children to enter here. If you are registering for Early Child or Head Start, please skip this step by selecting step 4. Okay, this is the place on step 3 that you would enter the adults. So 2 adults were entered. You would enter the names, place of employment, your earnings, and whatever else applies. And do not forget to push save and continue. Okay. Step 4, your electronic signature verifies that you have completed the required household section 1 of the application. Enter your complete name and the current date. Click Save and Continue. You will be returned to step 1 of the household information section, and then click on Documents to proceed to the next step. So my electronic signature.
Full name.
Okay, full name. So I'm putting my first name and my last name, and it defaults to today's date. Okay, make sure that you push Save and Continue. Okay, and it takes you back to step 1 of household. You have finished this step, and so the next tab was Documents and our directions to click on next. So I'm clicking on Documents. Now there are required documents for pre-K. It shows the student's name, and the yellow highlighted information says if you are registering for Early Childhood or Head Start, please proceed to the Review and Submit button. Please complete this section if you are registering for one of the pre-K programs below. That is what we are currently doing. If you are registering for pre-K at Browning Elementary, Central Elementary, Doylean Elementary, North Webster Lower Elementary, and Phillips Elementary are your 5 choices. Click Choose Files to Upload. If you are using a desktop computer, choose the location where the document is stored on your computer. Click on the documents to upload. If you are using a portable electronic device, such as your cell phone or tablet, the system will default to your device camera. Take a picture of the document to upload to the application. Acceptable formats are PDF, JPEG, PNG, GIF, TIFF, etc. Click the Upload Documents to proceed to the next screen after you have loaded all necessary documents. Click green progress bars. Will show you Upload Process. You will receive a message that upload was successful when completed. So we will go down the list to see what is required for the pre-K student. Okay. first one says birth certificate. Please be sure the image you submit shows the entire document and it is clear. So I'm going to choose. Okay, I have birth certificate, so I'm going to click on it and I'm going to open. And you can see that the file is being inserted under the birth certificate tab. The next required document is immunization record. Do the same thing. Click choose file to upload. All right, so I'm going to review with you. We've gone through the list. We have done the parent guardian information. We have done student information, household information, documents. The next tab says review and submit. Very important to finalize your application. So click review and submit. Prior to clicking the submit button, please review to verify the accuracy of all the information entered by clicking on your child's name below. Sign your full name and click submit. Here is my pre-K student, John Mike Doe. Application is pending. It will show the school year, and you will see these green check marks. I answered the relationship tab, the language tab, the physical address, the mailing address, and I uploaded documents. This shows that I have entered all the information for pre-K registration. Then you have a message to read here. Under penalties of perjury, I declare that I have read the foregoing form and that the facts stated in it are true and accurate. Louisiana statutes provide that whoever knowingly makes a false declaration under penalties of perjury is guilty of a felony of the 3rd degree. By signing below, I understand and agree it is my responsibility to contact my child's school immediately to inform them of any changes to my contact information, including my name, address, home, or cell phone numbers, and our email address. In this field right here, you would put your full name. Okay, it defaults to today's date, and before it's finalized, I need to click the green submit button. Okay, if this box comes up, okay, mailing address is not required on there because it was not a red asterisk beside it, so you just click the OK and be assured that your application is submitted, and then you would log out of the system. I'm Casey Fields, and I hope that I helped you with the registration process for pre-K registration. We look forward to seeing our 4-year-olds in the fall.